When we got out there, because they have to measure all the
Yeah.
tumors in his body, that's when they confirmed he had 22 tumors. Through, because,
When you started those pills.
Yeah, because they had to measure. That's why we were there so long. They had to do so many tests and scans and stuff to count every tumor and make sure where they were all at in my
they would
body.
measure and measure.
They were on your liver, your heart.
Yeah,
Liver, heart, left lung, bone, and the clavicle bone. 3 ribs had cancer in it. He had a huge mass around his spleen. Another large mass in his abdomen. That one up here, right, he set up, it would just pop right out. It was so big.
So,
What else? I think that's.
so what was going on through your mind when, at that point?
Oh,
What were you thinking?
oh,
what would
God.
you think about each day?
I don't know. That's why I stayed working. Lucky I was.
So you were working this whole time?
Yes.
The whole time.
I went to work every day, whether I went there and ran a dozer for a little while and slept in my pickup well, I had a Volkswagen Bug then that I'd drive because I had air conditioning and the seat would lay back.
That was in Sioux City you were working?
No, home, when I
here.
get to come home.
This was after he was in it for a while.
Yeah.
This was even before he was in it. He was.
Yeah, even before
I mean,
I went to Sioux
honestly,
City.
what went through his mind, what his job kept him going. At one point, he had so many tumors, he couldn't bend over to tie his own shoes or put his shoes on. I would put his shoes on in the morning,
Couldn't
tie
wear a
his
belt.
shoes,
Had to have suspenders.
or suspenders, and he would go out the door to go to work. And I thought, well, if he don't come home, he's in a ditch where he's happy. I mean, it sounds terrible, but because at that time I didn't work, so I could be home to be with him in the morning to get him off, and he'd come home every night.
Yeah.
You know.
And I had a good crew of people and my boy. They pretty much ran it, so I could just do it easy. So I'd usually go do cat work.
He
or
didn't miss
something.
any work except when he had
Yeah.
surgeries or
Seriously.
doctor appointments.
Yeah.
It's the only work he missed.
But I'd go to work.
Was there stuff at work you couldn't do that you
Oh yeah.
normally would have been doing? Like
I
what?
couldn't do nothing. I didn't have much strength and wind, much energy, so I had to operate something, or I wasn't a laborer. I could operate something for a while, and then I'd get tired, so then I'd go sit in the old rabbit, turn the air conditioner on, lay the seat back,
he'd
take a
sleep.
nap. I was backfilling a house in Platteville, and there was people working in the house. I had to go in and tell them what I was doing, just so they weren't. I said, I didn't tell them the whole story, but I said, I don't feel good, but I'm gonna backfill, but I said I might have to stop and take a rest every once in a while.
And he didn't do his pants. He just didn't want people to come by because his tumors
Yeah.
were so bad. But he still went to work.
So I remember right where the house is.
So what jobs would you do when you were on sites? Like what sorts of things could you
big
keep
job.
doing?
Backfill a house. We had,
Backfill?
yeah, and then
We have a large, big sewer.
sewer and water project in Platteville. I could go there and run a Bobcat or something for a little while, but
And
I couldn't.
Okay.
Couldn't drive dump truck or nothing like that because it was too, I don't know.
Bouncy and it hurt.
Well, yeah. Well, Bobcat was bouncy, but not as bad. But I just didn't want something to happen, I felt safer in something smaller.
Yeah. What would you? Did work keep your mind off of things?
Yeah, that's the only reason I went. I just love work.
He wouldn't give in.
No, I wasn't going to give in over to cancer. I said I'm going to keep going until they frickin' can't go no more.
What did your coworkers say? Did they ever? What did they say?
Oh, I don't know. They were good.
supported him. They
Yeah,
were great.
they were good. They made sure things got done and helped me if I needed help. And
Did they ever tell you to go home?
oh yeah, all the time. Asked me why I even show up. I said I got to. What are you gonna do? Sit in the house and think about it?
Yeah.
If I wouldn't have had that being on my own, I don't know if I'd have done it working somewhere. Because if they'd have sent me home, if you sit in the house and think about it, geez, you go nuts.
So when you got home from work, would you start thinking about work the next day?
Yeah, well, kinda. That and
He slept
mostly
now.
sleep.
Yeah, he slept.
Yeah, I had to lazy boy. It wouldn't take long. I'd fall asleep. I did a lot of sleeping.
He slept most of his nights away.
Would you say he was lazy?
Oh my God, no. Honest to God, at that time, my feeling was, and I was hurt because it was like, okay, I'm losing my husband, but he insisted he had to go to work all day and then he'd sleep all night. I thought, okay, I only have a short time with him and I don't get any time. But you know, but now you get it. You get why he did what he did. I don't know. No, I never ever got mad. I was just like, I mean, and he was in a lot of pain when he'd come home at night. A lot of pain. If he wasn't sleeping, he was in so much pain because he wouldn't take his pain pills. He wouldn't wear his pain patch because he was afraid, and I couldn't figure out why. Finally, one night I said, "Owen, why are you not wearing your pain patch? Why are you not taking your pain pills?" His fear was if he did, because they always told him the one in his heart would probably kill him due to a heart attack. He was afraid he wouldn't feel the pain if he had a heart attack. Then I got it. There were so many things that he didn't say a lot outside unless you pulled it out of him. And then when he would tell me why, it was like, I get it. You know, he was afraid to take the pain pills.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah, no, I never ever got mad or thought he was lazy. God, no, because I knew I was taking him everything. He had to go to work, but that was his life. That was, it still is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it tough? Because now you're back at work, so.
Yeah.
Well, what's really tough is that, not to back up, but that medicine I was on can't be in the sun.
The PELX one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Couldn't be in the sun. We had a boat, we had a motorcycle, you know, and camping. And so we had to give the boat up. We had to sell the motorcycle. We do camping, but I'd have to sit inside or wear these shirts like this to stay out of the sun. So I did kind of hurt her a lot more than, you know.
But you find, I don't know, I guess we enjoy our time together. We found other things, you know, to do. We bought a cabin up in Prairie du Chien that we really enjoy. We go up there on the weekends.
When did you buy
A lot of
that?
shade.
A couple years, 2.5 years, 2 years ago.
So after PLX.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because I couldn't be in the sun. We had to sell the boat. We had to sell the motorcycle.
But
You know, and I was getting.
It was hard at first not to be out on that river every Sunday.
Yeah.
Because that was one day we had together was Sundays. And we enjoyed the river.
Did you call yourself like river rats?
Yeah, kind of.
I don't know. I don't know. We just enjoyed it, and our kids enjoyed it, and all of a sudden, a lot of that was taken away. And
because we had fun with the kids, and we lost all that.
You can